Today is a national day of mourning. This is a live look at President George H.W. Bush's flag-draped casket, and we're timing this right now as we see the changing of the guards here at the Capitol Rotunda in the nation's capital. And Washington is bidding its final farewell to the 41st president, and here's how the day will play out. The funeral will take place at Washington National Cathedral at 11 this morning. President Bush's casket will leave the cathedral at 12:30 for Joint Base Andrews and eventually make its way back to Texas for additional services and then a burial tomorrow at Bush's Presidential Library in College Station. Every living former president and President Donald Trump will attend today. Other notable guests include Governor Tom Wolf, Prince Charles, House Speaker Paul Ryan, and former Canadian Prime Minister Brian Mulroney, who was invited to speak by the former president himself. President Trump will not speak at the service. This morning's ceremony will cap 3 days of remembrance by dignitaries and ordinary citizens alike. Last night, the former president's family made a surprise visit to the Capitol to shake hands, offer hugs, and thank Americans who came to memorialize the 41st president. Sports luminaries like Peyton Manning and Phil Mickelson also came to pay their respects. But it was a former Senate Majority Leader's show of respect that is capturing the attention of millions of Americans. Have you not seen this? If you haven't, take a look. If you have, I know you want to see it again. This is Bob Dole, who, like Bush, is a World War II veteran, arrived at the Capitol Rotunda in a wheelchair, and then you'd see he was helped up by an aide. At the casket's side, the aide lifted Dole, who's 95, into that standing position so he could salute the former president. Well, President Bush's service dog, Sully, paid another visit to his former best friend. Sully, the yellow lab, walked into the rotunda on a leash with Americans in wheelchairs who have benefited from the Americans with Disabilities Act that President Bush signed back in 1990.
It was a major turning point in the lives of disabled people. He really understood the barriers that we face, and he wanted to put an end to it.
And at the end of his life, President Bush also used a wheelchair. The United States Postal Service is suspending regular mail deliveries on this National Day of Mourning to honor President Bush. USPS retail services and offices will also be closed. But the service will still do limited package deliveries to prevent interruption in its holiday season operations. Financial markets and the Supreme Court will also take a day off to honor him. And if you'd like to tune in to watch today's memorial services, you can do so right here on CBS 21. CBS News will have coverage all day of not only the state funeral, but the departure and arrival ceremonies when the president is transported to his final resting place. And then tune in tonight on CBS 21 News starting at 5 for a recap of